Equations of circles. After watching this video, I will be able to identify the radius and center from the equation of a circle in standard form. So you want to recall what the equation of a circle in standard form looks like so that when we look at the equation, you can pick out certain information. Remember the numbers that are in the parentheses with k and with x and y are just points from the center, and the number that is by itself is the radius, but it is being squared. So if I want to identify the center of the circle, I don't even care about the number after the equal sign because it's already in standard form. So this means this is dealing with the radius. So I could just ignore it for the purpose of this question. So now what does this look like? So we have x minus a number plus y minus a number. We need to know what h and k are. Well, there's nothing there. So what number represents nothing? 0. So that means the center must be the origin 0, 0. Now you try. Identify the center of the circle based on the equation below. So similar to my last problem, I just care about the center, and there is nothing there next to x, there is nothing there next to y, so which answer choice represents nothing? Well, it would need to have x minus 0 squared because the 0 just goes away, and y minus 0 squared because the 0 just goes away. So C. Now, instead of finding the center, we want to focus on the radius. Well, the radius, we said, is the number that's by itself when it is written in standard form. So this is in standard form. I know that because I have my x squared and then I have my y squared equals some number. But the radius was being squared, so that means I need to do the inverse. So radius was being squared, so I need to do the inverse, which is to take the square root. So what is the square root of 150? Well, we need to go back and recall our simplifying radicals, and I'm going to multiply by 2 perfect squares. So I'm going to split this up into 25 and 6 because 25 times 6 gives me 160. The square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 6 is just some decimal. So my radius would be this. Now you try. Identify the radius of the circle. So radius, we're dealing with that number that is hanging out by itself after the equal sign. And remember that the radius is being squared. So if we're saying that the number there is 225, we have to do the inverse, which means to take the square root. Because square root and a square cancel each other out. So what is the square root of 225? Well, if I plug that into my calculator, I just get 15. So my answer is C.